For today's DIY, here are some of the materials we're going to be making use of. So first off, we're going to be using our scissors and not to forget our elastic band, and yeah, our measuring tape will come in handy, and of course our chalk, just so we can see what we are marking on our fabric. And yes, we're going to be making use of this piece of scrap fabric, so it's like a remnant of a fabric I used in making a dress. And for best effect, I'm just like making sure that the fabric is a bit stretchy, but you are free to use whatever fabric catches your fancy, honestly. So first off, we're going to be making use of working with our elastic band. So I'm just going to be measuring out exactly 6 inches of this elastic band, and I'm going to be cutting it out like so. I'm making sure it's exactly 6 inches and I'm cutting it out. So I'm just going to spread out my fabric on my workbench like so, making sure I spread it out very well. And I'm just going to be measuring exactly 18 inches in length and 7 inches in width. So I'm going to be making sure it's 18 inches in length and 7 inches in width, and I'll just cut that out. So I need this fabric again, like I need to have 2 fabrics that are 18 inches in length and 7 inches in width. So I'm just going to take this, my fabric I've already cut out, and put it on my main fabric and cut it off, so I don't have to measure. So just place it on top like so and cut it off. So I need like another piece of fabric, and that one is going to be 3 inches in width and 11 inches in length as seen in the video. So I'm just going to cut that out. So on my workbench, you can carefully see that we have 3 different fabric sizes well aligned, and you can see that the first and the second one are of the same length and width, 18 inches in length and 7 inches in width, and we're left with the third one, which is 3 inches in width and 11 inches in length. So I'm just going to be folding my fabric like so, making sure that they are well folded and equal, and I'm going to be running it from top to bottom, making sure that I run it at exactly ½ an inch, and I'm just going to do that for 1, 2 and 3. Now after sewing, the next thing we want to do is turn the right side out. So I'm just going to be using my hands to turn it out like so for the first one and for the second one. For the smaller piece of fabric, it is obvious that I cannot use my hand to turn it out, so I'm going to be using like a loop turner or a nail or a pencil to just turn it out like so, carefully as seen in this video. This makes my work like super easy when I'm using this nail or a loop turner or what have you, a pencil or a pen. I'm going to be working on the elastic, so I'm just going to be using my pin to hold the elastic like so. And remember, this is our very small fabric, the one that was 3 inches in width and 11 inches in length. So I'm going to be passing our 6 inches of elastic band, remember, into this particular fabric. So we are left with the other 2 that have the same length and the same width, remember. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be passing it like so, and also ensuring that I'm holding that elastic band to the mouth of the fabric so that it doesn't go inside. So I'm just going to be using a pin to hold it like so before I go and sew it in the machine, of course. So I'm just going to be passing it carefully till the end. So I haven't gotten to the end. I'm just going to use a pin and then fasten it so that the elastic does not go inside. If not, that's going to mean extra work, and I'm so not ready for that extra work right now. that, I'm going to go to my machine and sew 1/4 inch just to hold the elastic to the fabric so it doesn't go out. So I'm going to do that on both ends. Now remember that this is our fabric that was 18 inches in length, right? So I'm going to be opening it like so, such that the middle, the joining is at the middle. Yes, so I'm just going to fold it into two, carefully into two. Please watch this very carefully, because watch it carefully. So I'm just going to fold it into two, and then I'm going to, you remember our other fabric where we put in the elastic, so I'm going to be placing it at the middle as seen in the video. Please watch. And I'm going to be folding it into two. Can you see that? And I'm going to be sewing it at exactly 1/2 inch. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to use a pin to like fasten that area like so. At this point it's going to be like very thick, depending on the material that you're using, but that's what I am going to do. So guys, at this point I have to freeze this video so that I can explain something quite clearly. Please, if you don't understand anything at this point, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Now do not forget that we had an 18 inches piece of fabric that we like folded into two and then put the elastic casing on it, right? So we had another 18 inches piece of fabric. So all I did was just to put in the 18 inches fabric into that hole over there, the loophole in the middle, and then folded it like so. Now look at it very carefully and you understand what really happened over here. So this is all you need to know about what happened in this particular picture. I'm sorry I lost a clip, but drop your questions. I'll be sure to answer them in the comment section. So let's just go ahead. Moving on, I'm just going to take one side of the elastic band and then place it in the middle of our folded fabric. Now watch it again. I'm placing one side of the elastic band, I'm placing it in the middle of the fabric, and then I'm folding it one. I'm doing that again, folding it one and folding it two. You may want to go back and watch this part of the video so that you can understand it carefully. So I'm just going to be using my pin to fasten it like we did before, and I'm going to put it straight in my sewing machine and sew by 1/2 inch. Now after sewing it, I just want to use my scissors and cut out the excess, just so that we have like a very neat edge and it's not bulging or too big or something. So I'm just going to be doing that for the first one and the second one. You can see the amount of excessive fabric that we're actually cutting out. So after cutting out, we want to like make sure that this rough edge is not showing. So I'm just going to fold it in like so, as you can see, and I'm going to go to the second part and fold the second part inwards. Now just watch this carefully. I'm just folding it inwards like so that we don't have the rough edge showing. So guys, we're finally done, and this is our outcome. This is like what we have. Our headband is like ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please ask your questions in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.